Hello, welcome to part 1, Capturing New Leads. The first step to building new system functionality is to identify the data we need to capture and then determining how to present it to users. So for instance, in the case of leads, we aim to collect data like first name, last name, company name, email and mobile, among others. So to simplify the process, initially we will plan what data we want, then we will build the leads data table. Then we configure a lead details page. This allows us to view lead information in the system. And lastly, I will configure an online leads form that will allow us to capture leads via a website or any link online. So let's jump straight into our system and have a look at how we can build our leads table. So here I have my blank Rapid site. So I go to Designer, create a table, add my leads table, give it an icon. So document storage essentially allows us to upload files to a lead. Could be project proposals or discovery documentation or whatever it might be. So if you want to do that, that's where we do it. And then we just start to add the data points or the columns within a data table. So for a lead, we're wanting to capture first name and last name. I will continue through this and just speed it up so we're not wasting any time, but then you can have a look at the finished leads table in a moment. Okay, so there we have our completed leads table. Obviously, we could add a lot more information, a lot more complexity to a lead, but for the case of this video, I'll just leave it at that. So we have our first name, last name, mobile, company name, address, additional info, so we can collect a statement from them or some comments around what they're needing. We also have a status. So if I open that, you can see a lead could be a new lead, it's been contacted, it's in a nurture cycle, or it has been converted to a customer. So that completes the leads table build. So the second step, configuring the leads details page. So the way we do that is through design, and I can add all the leads that columns that I've added. And now I'll just quickly reconfigure and reposition this. Just bear with me. Okay, so that's the lead details page configured. Fairly simple. Over here is an activity feed. What this shows is a feed of activity on the item. So when the item was created, what information's been updated. We can also add notes. So your sales team could add things in there like I've contacted this lead, they're interested in this, could someone send them this, that type of thing. So that's a handy component as well, which is there by default. The next screen we need to do is the create screen. So when we add a lead manually in the system, which I can show you in a moment, this is the screen that we will see. So I will just quickly configure this, just bear with me. Okay, so that's the create screen done. So if I go over back to the home page, you will see the leads table there that I've configured. So I can click it. There's the empty leads list. I can manually add a new lead, and there you can see that we have our create screen that we've configured there. So I can give it a status, it's new, create, there's the test lead. If I open that lead, this is what the details page is. So there's our activity feed. So I can add notes here, contacted lead, and discussed, X, Y, and Z. You can see when the lead was created. If I update a piece of information and save, it then shows who updated it and what did they update. So you get a nice, historical record of information coming in and out of the lead. Okay, so that is the leads table and the page configured. The last thing we need to do is the online leads form. So this is a form that can be accessed outside of the Rapid ecosystem. It's a public form, just via a URL link. So we can capture leads, whether it's on your website or a link in an email. So we do that within the Adaptive Designer, which is a native rapid forms authoring tool. So very simple to use. So all I need to do is add a new form, give it a name, let's go new leads form. And just bear with me while I configure this quickly. So let's do a contact form. Okay, so there is our contact us form to capture new leads. So I've just added a static text at the top. I added a section which is connected to the leads table in the system that we built. And this is where I get all the inputs. So when I type in here, it will capture that information. And lastly, I've just put a button on the bottom of the form with an action to submit. So if I open this form now, open the share link, we should be able to capture a new lead into the system. So let's go John Smith. So could I please have someone contact me back about your services? They then submit the form. And if I look back into our site, go to the leads table, there is John Smith with all the info that he has entered on the form online. So our system captures that nice and cleanly, and now your sales team or whoever needs to manage it can see that lead, contact them, and execute your sales activities. So that completes creation of a leads table, configuring a leads page, and configuring an online leads form, so we're able to capture our new leads effectively. Join me in the next video as we continue going through and building our CRM. Thank you.